yes, but you wanna say no. What do you mean? Hey, yeah, when you don't want me to move, but you tell me to go. What do you mean?
What's up, guys? It's your commish here. Update, still in first place. It's going good. We're just living it up here. It's tough, kicking my friends' asses every week. I feel bad, but you got to do what you got to do. With me today, we've got Erik Brown. He's 2-2 on the season, coming off a tough loss to Noah Parker. And how are you feeling after this week, Erik?
I'm not feeling too good about it. It was a tough loss this week. Obviously, the officials made a mistake. Calvin Johnson could have had another chance at the end zone. And for me, my team underperformed this week. My captain, Peyton Manning, and a few other players that I expected to perform a lot better, Adrian Peterson. The veterans really didn't come through for me. And then Steve Smith going out with an injury and me not starting Devontae Freeman, that was on me. But I still expect my team to go out there and get me the W, and they couldn't do that this week. But, there's a lot of negatives out of this last week, but we're going to look at the positives and go into next week playing Nick Schultz with a lot of confidence, Connor.
Like you said, and Nick Schultz, throughout the season, he's been pretty bad. He was one of the highest scorers this week, and you had any different strategies this week? How are you going to make sure you lock up a W?
Well, this week, AP's on a bye, so we're giving him a little rest. So Devontae Freeman's sliding into that starting role. And Tevin Coleman, he's coming back, but I think Devontae Freeman's earned his right as a starting running back in Atlanta. So he's getting a start. Martavis Bryant back from, his suspension. So maybe Mike Vick can throw him a couple passes. Maybe they can hook up and be the next Big Ben and Antonio Brown for the Steelers. So that's what I'm hoping for, but, Peyton's got to perform this week. The Broncos have to perform. Demarius has to perform. And if they can do that and click on all cylinders, I think we'll be fine, especially going up against a weak Nick Schultz squad this week.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Now I'm going to give you this kind of a little bit of a brain teaser, I guess. I just want you, in 2 words, to describe Calvin Johnson and what he means to you and your team. It can be a phrase, a 2-word phrase, or 2 separate words.
That's a tough one. That's a good one. I'd have to say,
Would giving you a 3rd word help?
no, I think I got slightly ineffective.
Slightly ineffective. It's a bit. Can you elaborate? I'm intrigued to see what you.
So one week he had a touchdown. It's 1 touchdown of the season so far, which it was a week we went off. My team went off 2nd highest points in the league. So I was expecting another big week from him. I expect the Lions to throw the ball. The running game has not looked good this year, and usually Stafford throws the ball about 40 times a game. So not seeing so much of that this year, and as many targets go to Calvin, I'd say he's ineffective playing against these teams with good wide receivers. Last week I went up against Noah Parker, and he had a lot of new guys in the lineup, and they hurt us. They hurt us, and we deserved it because of my slightly ineffective receiver in Calvin Johnson. That last play going into the end zone, I think he's got to hold on to that ball. He's got to know that someone's coming to knock that ball out of his hands, to do something in the last, there was 10 seconds left or something like that on the clock. You got to hold on to that ball. And right now, we're looking for replacements, but this week I think he might still be getting the start.
All right. So like you said, he's been slightly ineffective, and he's getting paid a lot of money.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, we've got you, and you're a professional athlete, but you don't get paid that much.
Yeah. So
how does that make you feel, that he's out here making millions of dollars, and you're working your ass off, playing great soccer, and not making that much?
It's a tough world out there, But
dog eat dog.
Yeah, it's a dog-eat-dog world, like you say, and soccer in America is just not as big as the NFL in America, and I think we're growing to that point. But until we get those big market players like Ronaldo, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Messi, right now we're a retirement league, and that's what it's proven to be. You got guys like Josie Altidore coming over here, getting paid $7 million, and he's playing like crap.
Dog shit.
Yeah, dog shit.
Real dog shit.
But
Or Sean shit.
it's eye opening to see the payrolls of different players from different leagues,
Yeah,
especially with how good or how ineffective they are. And you see guys like in the MLB making millions of dollars, and then you see guys in the NBA making more. I mean, it's just harder to field teams in the MLB and then NFL because the roster is so deep. But in the NBA, you got 18-player roster or something, and you just pay them.
Yeah.
It's nice. It must be nice, and I expect Calvin to be worth what he's getting paid. So hopefully the Lions can figure out a way to get the 6'5" monster the ball.
You're right. And then this has just been coming in from a lot of our league members. They say, he's making way more money than all of us. If he wins the league, are we actually going to give him our money? Like, does he need our money? What would you say to those antagonists?
No, what I'd say is win yourself some football games. I'd say that some people in this league have put themselves in a great spot, our commission included, to win the league. And, there's a saying that our coaches told me, and after the regular season's over, it doesn't mean shit. It doesn't mean shit. You may get that first round bye, but if you come into that second game and you're not ready to perform, that team's going to blow you up, and they're going to go take that title. So I think if I go and make it to the playoffs, I think I still have a lot of work to do, and I think if you guys come in prepared and you can beat my team, then you deserve the money. But I think if my team comes in and they perform well, and I think we deserve the money. I don't know what we'll spend it on. Maybe a dinner for all you guys, or a trophy or something like we were talking about last year.
Yeah, that's a great idea. All right, one last question here. It's kind of a new thing. The fans seem to like this little segment. So, if you could have sex with one player on your fantasy football team, who would it be? And why?
So, for me, I think it'd be Peyton Manning. He's my quarterback. He's my captain. For me, his commercials with Nationwide, his singing voice is unreal.
He's got a good sense of humor.
Yeah, great sense of humor. I saw this video on Twitter the other day of him throwing footballs at these kids and like, what the fuck, you fucking suck.
Yeah.
And it's just
Dick.
that's the kind of that's the kind of man that I think needs to take control of mine.
Yeah, he's a really old guy. He's got a lot of experience.
Yeah, a lot of experience.
I'm sure he does wonders with a penis.
And he's from Tennessee, so he's only Tennessee. Yeah.
Oh, that was smooth.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it was a pleasure having you on the show. If you have anything else you want to say, just a little bit of trash talk, you can go ahead and get that out now.
Yeah, I want to wish everyone a good luck this week, except for you, Orencio, and you, Hallis. Actually, for sure you, Hallis. I'm still upset about that first week loss, but if I play you again, I'm going to shit on you. I'm going to shit on your face, and we're going to fuck you, literally. So, good luck to everyone, and see you later.
You heard it here first, folks. Erik Palmer Brown will shit on and fuck Matt Hallis. All right, Erik, thank you for joining me.
All right, thanks for having me.
Good luck this week.
You too.